So I've stopped using toothpaste. Shh, don't tell my Obamacare. Just kidding, I don't have insurance. If what I made today or last year is any indication, I'm right on track to hit approximately $0 in income on my next tax return. But I digress. I've stopped using toothpaste because I figured out a secret that the toothpaste companies don't want you to know. But more on that in a minute. In the meantime, what do you do for toothpaste if you don't like minty flavors? I mean, just like gum, they have fresh mint, double mint, winter mint, spearmint, spicy mint, watermelon mint, juicy fruit. Trump card! But where's the juicy fruit toothpaste? Well, without doing a whole bunch of research, I'm sure they have something like this for kids, which causes a whole bunch of unnecessary ingestion of toothpaste, but I digress. I know that children's toothpaste comes in tiny little tubes, and I don't want to be that creep in the grocery store checking out with just 15 tubes of children's fruity toothpaste, waiting for the clerk to ask me how my polygamy is going, or if I've seen 19 and counting, or whatever the Duggar family is calling themselves this season. So I'd have to spend an inordinate amount of time in a store I don't really want to be in trying to figure out what I can possibly buy to offset the number of aforementioned tubes of children's toothpaste. Surely, whatever it is will also have to be in quantities of 15 or more. And that's just fiscally irresponsible. To buy so many things I don't need just for the sole purpose of misdirection? I'm too Jewish for that. Sure, I could just buy it online. If I want the cops to bust down my door looking for a sweatshop, the government is tracking you people. Wake up. But I digress. Back to the beginning. Toothpaste companies don't want you to know. You don't need toothpaste. Yeah, it might help you keep your teeth healthy, but that's what we invented dentists and dentures for. So once I figured out that my breath was the only reason I was still using toothpaste, my enlightened mind was able to ascend above the toothpaste company propaganda. On a side note, I looked up philandering and it did not mean what I thought it meant. But I digress. The secret. So I start with some coffee. No matter how your breath begins, it can't stand up to the potent acidic stench of coffee. However, everyone knows that coffee breath can actually take on a personality of its own, morphing into some close approximation to a rotting carcass. So it's just a primer. The real secret is peanut butter. You can do it however you want, but I'm a professional. I stick my toothbrush right in the jar. So far it's been working like gangbusters. Not a single person has complained about my breath. It doesn't hurt that I live alone and don't have any friends. The one problem I am having is that the women I'm attracting now tend to be one particular type. Small, hairy, and bucktooth. And no, I'm not talking about hippies. The aforementioned number of tubes of children's toothpaste. The aforementioned number of tubes of children's toothpaste. I know that children's tubes are tiny. And they're just like their bodies, little tubes. Huge number of blah, 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 aforementioned tubes of children's toothpaste. So close. But I've really digressed. Too Jewish for that. Back to the beginning.